Hello, everybody. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagram. So today we are going to be talking about creating a high ticket coaching community. So talking about the importance of creating a high ticket coaching community, how to go about creating one, and why you need it. Hello, why you need one. So please feel free to drop your questions and your comments into the chat and we can discuss them here live. Or if you're watching the replay, I'll definitely respond to your comments later. So first, let's talk about your high ticket coaching offer. So I refer to your high ticket coaching offer as your signature coaching program. This is the best way to work with you. You should give your clients more of your time in your high ticket offers versus your lower ticket offers, more access to your zone of genius, and your clients should receive the greatest transformation by signing up for and participating in your signature program, right? So within the delivery of your high ticket offer, you as the coach have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to create a community. Just as with any community, you have to be the hostess with the mostest. Um, Sidebar, y'all. Did y'all know that the hostess with the mostest that saying comes from like a 1950s Broadway musical? So I had to look it up because I was like hostess with the mostest. I think I got that from like Beetlejuice or something. I don't know. Some movie that I was watching, and I was like, well, is this even really where it came from? So I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it came from a Broadway musical in the 1950s called Call Me Madam. So look it up if you're into musicals. But anyway, you have to be the hostess with the mostest, meaning you are cultivating a fun, enriching, and safe space for your high ticket clients to be in. So you have to be intentional about how you would like your community to function and what would the outcome be of someone who being a part of your community. So what do they get? Remember, your signature coaching program community is more exclusive than your larger communities that you would create. So what does that actually look like for you? This is all a part of providing a high ticket experience to your clients. So one of the things that I am very passionate about and teaching my clients about is providing a high ticket experience, especially if you're going to sell at that level. Part of it is having a high ticket community, right? So part of it is going to be this community that you create. You'll want to have a space that's memorable, uplifting, inspiring, even challenging at times for your clients, and a place that they want to keep coming back to and even holding on to after they've gone through your program. So I do believe that there are some essential elements to this. So there are five essential elements when it comes to creating your high ticket coaching community. And you should definitely try to incorporate these into the delivery of your program. The first is a learning environment. The second is a positive and a safe space. The third is networking opportunities. The fourth is value, making it be value packed and increasing that value over time. And the fifth is a mechanism for feedback and continuous improvement. So, five things. So, let's talk about each one. And again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop those into the chat at any time. I'm going to just check real quick before I start. Hello. Yes. So, um, learning environment. So, of course, your clients, they signed up for your coaching program because they want to learn something from you. So there's something that you are leading or guiding them through so that they are more knowledgeable, more self aware, in a better space mentally, operating at a higher frequency or a higher vibration. They can do things that they weren't able to do before, whatever your transformation is, right? That is why they're joining your program. Your clients will be learning, but I think it's important to over deliver. I'm a huge believer in dropping gems when you're on coaching calls that give your clients extra, so to speak, even more than they would get in your program. Also, when conducting your coaching calls or accountability calls, make sure that you make the time productive and valuable to all. Strive to impart knowledge and facilitate in a way that your clients are learning all the time. Okay? That's the first one. Next is a positive and a safe space. While we assume that everyone will be nice and respectful, you need to ensure that that is going to be the case and it stays that way. So make sure everyone feels heard and valued, and you don't create opportunities for people to harshly critique or criticize others or just destroy the vibe of what you have going on. So give your clients multiple ways to check in and share, and learn how to facilitate discussions that are positive and focus on positive outcomes for all. Okay. Focus on the positive, not on the negative. The third is networking opportunities. So people love to connect with other people, especially like-minded people. Be the connector and the change maker in your clients' lives. You've connected others, or you've connected to others just like them, right? And for a lot of people, that can be one of the most valuable things about your coaching program. Seeing and hearing other success stories, showing them that what they want is possible, and also introducing the idea of business besties is a cool thing. Collaboration opportunities and partnerships are a great value in business, and you can be the facilitator of these relationships, which also creates more buzz about your program, how people met each other, and why it's so valuable. I know one of the things for me that I wish I had earlier on in business were business besties. So definitely, I value those opportunities to connect with other business owners, whatever industry, whenever I can. Um, then there's having your program be value packed, or your community be value packed and increasing over time. So your program by itself is valuable, right? But I think of bonuses and ways to increase that value over time. Update your material, right? If you have new perspectives on things, new techniques, or new ways you've discovered that work for you, share that with your clients. I'm a firm believer, though, at least for me in my program, and testing things for my clients before I release it to them. So if there's a strategy in my program or something that I'm teaching or recommending, it's because I've tested and implemented it. Okay. Information is just information. There's only power in information when you know how to properly implement what you've learned. Okay. There's only power in information when you know how to properly implement what you've learned. So just keep that in mind as you're thinking about how to continuously increase the value of your program. And then finally, having a mechanism for feedback and continuous improvement is extremely important. So this goes without saying, but you should be collecting feedback for your community: the good, the bad, the ugly, okay? What they like, what they don't like, what they want more of. Take that into consideration and make plans for improvement. Building a business in a community is a continuous process. Okay, it's continuous, it doesn't stop. You just strive for better each time, okay? So let's recap really quickly 5 essential elements that you need inside your HighTicket coaching community: a learning environment, a positive and a safe space, networking opportunities, ways to increase the value of your community over time, and then a mechanism for feedback and continuous improvement. So if there are any questions at all, I'm going to check the chat now to make sure I'm not missing anything or anybody. All right, nothing on Facebook. Let me check Instagram. Okay. Any questions, guys? All right. I am not seeing any, but guys, if you're ready to get your coaching business off the ground, launch your signature or your HighTicket program, as well as other offers in your product suite that attract your ideal client and create consistent income in your business that replaces your 9 to 5, your freelance, or your one-to-one, then you'll definitely want to click the link. If you're watching me on Instagram, it's the link in my Instagram bio for the Brand Builder Blueprint. If you're watching me on Facebook, then it's the link in the description of this live. Click the link, complete the application, and then we'll see if it's a good fit to work together. Okay, let me see. I think I see something. Can you answer a live question from me? I train people to connect publicly. Type your question into the chat. You will show me what? You will show.
Hey, Crystal.
Hello.
I'm so happy to be in your program. So this is my testimonial. I guess I can wait also for more. When I think my coaching call is in 2 weeks or one day. I think tomorrow. And I have to admit, I was doing some. I'm like had to do something why I missed one, but I respect your knowledge and wisdom. It's really really good, and that's why I chose you. I'm happy I'm in the program. My question was because people assume a lot, and I think the problem is social media. It's so short. People just look at um, somebody's social media and they glance at it and they think, oh, this is what it's about. I use my social media for my people in my program,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't. You can't just look at it and expect to know. So
What?
my mission statement is for people that have committed and are in my program. So when somebody just looks at somebody's social media, this is the problem with this generation. I'm gonna solve that problem. I only have value for people that commit to reading, right? I don't offer value because people will just look. You'll see today, my designer, he is doing a gritty post and he's doing a big countdown. It's a countdown for 6 days. Last year we did it, and it was a countdown for 12 days. So I don't do that. I know the standard timer. You have like 3 days, or you have like
Mm-hmm.
2 hours. My program, you have a whole year, but the marketing is geared for people that have already been on my email list. So when I tell you that, you'll understand. When you look at my social media, it doesn't matter if people know whether $25,000 is that $25,000 free scholarship. People have been on my email list for over a year. They'll know the value. That changes the equation. So it's not really a question. Nobody in the whole world has a program like mine. I started my business plan in 1999 with a corporation I incorporated for $1,000 that I've never charged. Nobody in the world, trust me, I checked.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in the world has the Think Freely Gifted program. So this stuff does apply to most people because they'll glance at your social media, right? And inside the community, my community is the world. So I train people to do what I just did. I came on your live. I've done that. And if you look, I have an interview with Vignesh. The way Vignesh got his job, and he lives in India. He's my staff. He got his job by doing just what I just did. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how I met you. I came on your live.
Mm-hmm.
So many people, especially beautiful queens, are too insecure to jump on somebody's live. It takes a lot of confidence even for guys, right? Because what if you judge me? The first time I jumped on your live, it was a bad connection, right? But that's exactly what I teach. I put my worst foot forward because I can't walk on one foot. I'm in Toronto right now. I'm traveling the whole world. I planned this in 1999. I don't meet in person. I don't have to unless if I'm engaged or I think that. So this worked. I dated somebody in Georgia. We dated online for a long time. I'm solving a lot of problems with this. Another pandemic could come. I'm solving a problem that you can't hook up on live when guys leave women pregnant. And this dinner thing, you can't tell if somebody's too big a sinner with dinner and a movie. And I teach this all the time. Hitler could date well and do dinner
Okay.
and a movie. So there's a lot of problems I'm solving, but people assume that I want to meet them in person. Absolutely not. Everybody can be in my program. They can be in India, everywhere, every week. And I have that plan for the rest of until 2030 because I plan decade by decade.
Okay.
So Freedom Fridays eventually.
Well.
If not this year.
Okay. Well, let me stop you right there. I got it.
Okay,
So I get it. So you're basically for those who are watching on Facebook. So he's asking like his social media isn't geared toward people who are not within his program. So I mean, I think you have to think about what's the point of your social media then, because that means that you're not trying to it's not necessarily a space you're going to be monetizing. It's just for people who are in your community. So I mean that
training people to do. No, I'm training people to be like
right, but right, but what you
people.
right, no, but what you just said is it's not for people who aren't already in your community. So that would mean
on
they
my list at least.
right.
They know me, like on Clubhouse, like on Wisdom.
Right.
They already know me for a year. So you said this one time. I'll bring your words back to you. You said Well, Anthony Robbins is Anthony Robbins. I am Jason Kinte. Anthony Robbins has the same rules. I have the same rules. I don't have to monetize instantly. I can wait until next year for people to warm up to me. So that's the difference.
Okay.
I'm like Anthony Robbins because I have enough funding. I sold my house. I can wait for one whole year for one student, and people will apply. I got somebody last year. I also gave somebody $25,000, so I can give $25,000.
Okay,
it's a discount.
That's fine, but what I'm saying is that the point you asked about the point of the social media. So for that, I mean, what you're saying is that you're not looking to monetize it right away. So that would be a different way you would set up your social media. So that so that was the question. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you.
It takes care of an assumption that you make. So it's for people that already know me. Then they'll know the value of the $25,000 discount.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
All right.
Okay, thank you. And I love you. I appreciate you. You got a lot of wisdom, and I'm glad that I chose to be in your program.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you so much. Keep up the good work.
All right. All right, guys. So, are there any other questions about what I was going over in terms of creating a high ticket community? Any other questions at all before I go ahead and jump off of here? All right. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and I will talk to you guys next week, same time, same channel. So take care. Have a great rest of your day.